Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Colombia versus Costa Rica in Copa América 2024 Group D. Colombia contra Costa Rica en la Copa América CONMEBOL Grupo D. The game, the final double match day of this tournament that I know we'll cover, because everything else, or I should say double one after the other, because we have match, okay? But we have matches to watch, and here we go. Starting 11s are as follows. For Colombia in goal, Camilo Vargas, Daniel Munoz, Davinson Sanchez, Carlos Cuesta, Johan Mojica, Jefferson Lerma, Richard Rios, John Arias, James Rodriguez, Luis Diaz, Jean Cordoba. Costa Rica 11, Patrick Sequeira, Francisco Calvo, Juan Pablo Vargas, Jalen Mitchell, Ariel Acetea, Brennan Aguilera, Orlando Gallo, Haxel Quiroz, Alvaro Zamora, Warren Madrigal, Manfred Ugalde. All right, sit tight, I'll be back. There we go, we're back. Go get my damn pizza. Because, let me tell you something. It's called, when you think about Romania finishing first in the qualifiers and in the Euro group. Good for them. They deserve it. They were the best, one of the better teams. Well, they were the best team in the group. They played the best. It's what they deserved. Well, I don't even know if we do. But with that being said, teams have walked out. The anthems have finished. We're dead ready to play this game. Costa Rica, Colombia should be a very easy win for the Colombians. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for what happened yesterday after this Copa America. Greg needs to be fired like Marcelo Bielsa is going to end Greg's career. I agree with that one. He will. Netherlands beats Romania. I don't think there's a question. Vargas, Mojica, Cuesta, Sanchez, Munoz, Rios, Lerma, Diaz, Rodriguez, Arias, Cordoba for Colombia. For Costa Rica, Sequeira, Calvo, Vargas, Mitchell, Laceted, Aguilera, Gallo, Quiros, Ugaldi, Madrigal, Zamora. Teams are about to kick off. Costa Rica wearing white, coming off their big draw against Brazil. Okay. We're off. Or we are off. Costa Rica versus Brazil. Or Costa Rica versus Colombia. Brazil plays later. Fair, but Italy's not on your side of the bracket. So. Colombia wins 3-0, my prediction. Probably it's happened, but who cares? But Costa Rica's playing tough as we speak. Costa Rica's pressing the hell out of them. I can't believe it. Colombia will advance from the group with a win, but they will win the group. Confirmed if Brazil and Paraguay draw, but Costa Rica cannot advance or be eliminated tonight. Even with a loss and a Brazil win, they still can't be eliminated. That makes... Oh, wait, they have a point. Okay, yeah, I see why. I was like, oh yeah, they have a point. Man, Costa Rica's playing hard. Wolff. It's honestly a bit shocking. I'm not going to lie. Costa Rica doesn't look half bad at all. Colombia's not really had anything against them so far. I mean, I know it's only the 5th minute, but Costa Rica's tough. They're tough. Good news is they're tough. There's some tough cookies. Colombia's not really found a rhythm against them yet. I'm sure they will, but if Costa Rica could keep this tight, that's a win. I know not on points, but they need to learn. They're a young team. They need to learn how to play together and try to fill the shoes of their forefathers. Acquired by St. Louis Texier. Okay. Interesting. But again, in a press conference, they asked Marcelo Bielsa if he liked McDonald's, and he was like, who is McDonald's? I don't know what's crazier. Somebody asking a coach if they like McDonald's who barely could speak English, or a coach or the coach saying, I don't know what McDonald's is. Like, he's from Argentina. I'm sure they have McDonald's in Argentina. And the fact he just spent, what, 2 years in England? That's something. I'm not saying he'd want to go there, but I am saying it is kind of weird that he doesn't even know. Like, dude, they're probably at every corner in England, too. If it ain't in Argentina. Okay, Marcelo. Like, I mean, I love football, too, but I'm not so self-absorbed in the sport that I don't know other things. How we doing, Specimen? How we doing? Costa Rica ain't looking half bad. That's for your last ride tomorrow. They're letting him get a send-off. That's nice. Nice. They're letting him have a send-off. That's nice. 7th minute. And he gets stomped. Mojica gets stomped. I mean, he did. He did. But damn, Costa Rica ain't playing half bad, I gotta say. Costa Rican fans, I think they should be proud of the performance so far. Now, of course, it's early, but, you know, Axel Quiros does stomp him. I mean, there's no question there, but it's kind of the way he was blocking the ball. I don't think it was malicious. It was just that Mojica was blocking the ball the way he was blocking it. I mean, I don't know exactly what you can do in that case. Yeah, with Quiros standing over him, you could tell that Quiros, the way he's standing over him as well, you could tell he didn't mean it. The way it's just incidental. Free kick for Colombia, James Rodriguez to take. Pretty much a corner at this point. James Rodriguez, match day 1, 2 assists, 3 chances created. James has still got it, turns out. 9 minutes in. And it's getting rough and tumble in the box. James to take the free kick. Cross in. Header! Headed away by Costa Rica. On the doorstep, pretty much. Or, I don't know if that was on the doorstep. That was on the front stoop. Let's put it like that. That was on the front stoop. That was on the front stoop. Stoop kid. And Stoop Kid headed it away. Boom. Headed off the front stoop by Stoop Kid. No. If you ever watched Hey Arnold, you get the reference. If you didn't, well, I can't help you. 10 minutes in. Jefferson Lermo will miss the next match with a yellow card. $11 minutes. Francisco Calvo, Manfred Ugalde would miss the next match with a yellow. Yeah, Calvo's probably getting that yellow card, isn't he? I would bet. I would bet he probably is. Yeah, I would bet it. Blue Jackets got a 4th round for Texier. I mean, a 4th round's a waste of time, but okay, go ahead. 4th rounder's a waste of time unless they absolutely run the AHL, but that'll take about a year. Maybe. At best. Mojica to take the throw in. Headed away. Oh! Ugalde goes down, holding his head. Again, Costa Rica's playing pretty well. I'm surprised it's scoreless right now. I'm a bit surprised. I'm not saying I'm completely surprised, but I'm definitely a bit surprised that it's scoreless right now. I could have seen this go absolutely off the rails. And Costa Rica's playing a very good match. I have to say, they're playing very good. Comparatively, they're playing pretty good. Cross in. Over the top. That's going to go out for goal kick for Camilo Vargas of Atlas. The Atlas man. Lassiter puts it out. Probably one of the more older players on the team. Lassiter. Him, Calvo. Probably the more elder statesman of the team as of now in this current format. Throw in. I need new cleats. What should I get? Nike. Mercurials. Yeah. But if I would get cleats that don't have the laces that you just slide your feet into and it basically molds to your feet. I don't know how rich you have to be for those. But I'd rather just basically not have to worry about my laces. Like if you look at my shoes, my closed-toed shoes, I have like those like elastic laces that you just snap in, and like if you go to Brookstone, you can find them, or just look those up. I got those off Amazon, but I found them off Brookstone first. But there you go. Like for me, I don't want to put on shoes, just have to retie them like 5 times a day. And then let's just say I was a player or a coach, because the coach would have to wear studs as well. Personally, I would rather just slide in when I need my regular shoes. I can slide into them, get there, then slide into my boots, and then basically, I don't want to waste. I'm too busy to waste like a minute and a half of my day retying shoes like 5 times a day. I'm too busy, especially when I'm actually wearing closed-toed shoes. Clear, especially when I'm actually wearing closed-toed shoes. So, my opinion. Hell, my dress shoes are those Skechers slip-in loafers. Which again, that sort of leads to if I'm actually wearing closed-toed shoes, I'm too busy anyway. But even when I'm not. Matthews was talking about Mitch. Hopefully it's about him getting traded. Nil. Domino's, hamburger, pepperoni, bacon, pizza. 3 toppings. I got hamburger, pepperoni, and bacon on there. That's from Domino's. As you can tell, it's pretty greasy. That tells you who it is. Ugaldi got a yellow card. He's out for the next match. I honestly thought Calvo would get it first, but okay. Because one, if you know how my schedule looks tomorrow, or at least the early fact, I need at least a little bit of sleep. With Italy playing at 11 in the morning tomorrow. So it would take me too long to make dinner after the game. I had no time to make dinner before. So I'll just eat 4 pieces of pizza tonight. That'll do me. 2 now and 2 while I'm putting up the RSR. So. I got St. Louis 3-1. Shot! Save! Zakara makes a big save on James. Ugh. Corner. Domino's pizza, hamburger, pepperoni, bacon pizza. That's what I was eating. But we're done. If I had to eat during a game, it would be this one. Brazil Paraguay would probably be a bit more heated, so to speak. 22nd minute, 0-0. Besides, that's the one I'm reviewing, so. That's out for a throw. But we're focusing on the game as of now completely. That sounds good too. Especially the fries. But that does sound pretty good. "22nd minute. And also, I'd eat 2 more pieces of pizza later tonight, and then the rest of it tomorrow. Which, considering I'll be up at 11 in the morning, I'll probably only be running on, about 5 hours of sleep? Probably at worst. Well, probably down the middle. I wouldn't say at best or at worst, but I'd say 5 or 6. Considering Italy played 11. I got to wake up at 10, so. Tomorrow I'll be running on about 5-6 hours of sleep, considering I got to make all the streams for the next 4 days, 5 of them. I got to make the RSR, which that'll be about 11 o'clock when it's finished. I got to play out my FIFA mobile, eat again. Shit, I'm probably going to sleep about, 2 at the earliest. I don't know. So it is what it is, but. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be lazy when it comes to the food tomorrow as well. So, I finished the pizza. So, 8 pieces through 2 days. That's good. 24th minute. Besides, I don't think we've even ran the dishwasher for the spoons and forks yet. So, even if I wanted to make something, I can't. We're running low. So, I should have said that too, but I didn't. That was at the back of my mind. But tomorrow's going to be crazy. With that being said, 25th minute, 0-0, 0-0. Costa Rica's playing tough. I'm actually really impressed. I'm really impressed. I'm surprised. I'm actually very, very surprised. I'm very surprised about how they're playing right now. And, you know, I'm very surprised. Like, I did not expect Costa Rica to play this well. Like, they're tough. Like, maybe for a what's it called? For a generational change, they have honestly hit the ground running. Gustavo Alfaro deserves his props. That's all I'm saying. Colombia, I thought they would have scored by now. James Rodriguez has missed some really good chances, but he did against Paraguay as well. He did against Paraguay as well. But still, if you're making James Rodriguez miss chances and then not really put on assists, and man, I'm really impressed by Costa Rica. I legitimately am. Like, I thought Costa Rica had an outside chance of getting out of this group after they drew Brazil, but yeah, drawing Colombia would go a long way. Because if you could draw Brazil and Colombia, a 23-game winning streak Colombia, and Brazil, who still has some of the best players in the world on their team, even if they suck right now, I legitimately think Costa Rica could beat Paraguay. I really do. I mean, I was thinking it after the Brazil game, but even losing 1-0 to Colombia, which they may not, who knows, but to be honest, Costa Rica could beat Paraguay. And Brazil, depends. It depends. If Brazil draws, they're screwed. They are legitimately screwed because they're playing Colombia. And you could say, but what if Costa Rica draws Colombia? Well, shot past the post. Well, here's the thing. Colombia's going to beat Brazil. I have no doubt in my mind. Even if this result isn't exactly what they want, they're still going to beat Brazil. Again, if Brazil can't beat Paraguay or Costa Rica, what chance in hell do they have against Colombia? What chance in hell do they have? Besides, what? 4 months ago? 3 months ago? They just lost to them already in World Cup qualifying? I don't see why it wouldn't happen again. Oh, Cicada. Penalty. Colombia. And there's how it ends. Patrick Cicada gives up the penalty. Ay. There it is. Patrick Cicada gives up the penalty. Runs into the attacker, 28th minute. Yeah, you can't do that. 28th minute. Yep, there it is. Well, I was being so... Did I just jinx him, or did that just... I mean, I think that was needless, too. I mean, Calvo was on him. I don't think he should have done that. I think that was absolutely dumb. That was a horrible decision. Taking out Cordoba, that was a horrible decision. And they're checking it on VAR. Exactly why? I mean, Calvo had him. I mean, I don't trust Francisco Calvo as far as I could throw him as a center back either, but... And he's getting into a scrap. Jesus Christ. Calvo doing Calvo things. What else would you expect? Like, you basically were just saying, hey, but oh, by the way, Calvo had him on the outside. Calvo fouls him. And it is a penalty. Yep, that's the right decision. That is the right decision. Right decision. Like, I think Calvo had him for once. I don't think that was the smartest play, mind you. But hey, you know what? 30 minutes holding it scoreless against Costa Rica. That's a dub for Colombia. That's a dub for Costa Rica. It's just sad it hadn't ended this way. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll miss the penalty. Maybe Luis Diaz will miss the penalty. Who knows? But it's not in yet. Luis Diaz to take the penalty. The Liverpool man, Luis Diaz. Lucho versus Sequeira. 30th minute. Can Lucho break the deadlock? He does! Goal! 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 Goal de Colombia! 1-0! 1-0. Luis Diaz, top bins. I mean, you saw that one coming. Luis Diaz scores the penalty. '30th minute. 1-0. 1-0. That was a good penalty. Very good. Like, that's just exactly how you want to hit it. Keeper went the wrong way. He puts it top bins. Beautiful. Beautiful. Simple. To the point. There you go. That's but still, that was bad by Sequeira. That was a bad play. Like, I know Calvo's on a yellow. If he gets a yellow, he's out for the next game. And he's basically your captain and you're all youngins. I get it. And I guess you have to protect your captain. But I didn't see anything that, well, I mean, Calvo is Calvo. That is a good point. But shot over the bar. Good point. Calvo's Calvo. But, you know, Francisco Calvo's Francisco Calvo. That is a good point. But I think he had him. I think Sequeira's going to be kicking himself by the end of the night, especially if it stays 1-0, which I guess in the end is still a moral victory for Costa Rica. And I guess it's not so bad for their goal differential to try to pip Brazil if need be. But, yeah, he's going to be kicking himself for that one. For sure. For sure. I mean, you can't, like, you basically were asking for the penalty to be given, running into the attacker while your defender was defending him, and basically just saying, yep, body him, body check him. Like, that was a smart idea, past the post. Like, I'm not a goalkeeper, and I probably would never play it, considering, one, I'm short. Second of all, I don't know. I'm just not tall enough. That would matter. I'm not tall enough, and I can't jump. I think that really covers it. Cross in. Shot over the bar by Sanchez. Davinson Sanchez puts it over the bar. The former Tottenham man. Yeah, I do wonder why he got sold. I guess Ange didn't want him, but I think he just left. This Colombia team is reminding me of the England women's team that went on a 30-game unbeaten streak. Hey, you got to take your chances. Yeah, but let's also say that England women's team ended up losing the World Cup final. So it's never coming home. They did win the Euros, but then it came home, you know. That's like saying the Gold Cup is coming home. Like, I love women's football, but, like, the women's Euros aren't even... It's nowhere near the Women's World Cup. Now, if you brought home the Olympics, which are not there, but if you brought home the Olympics when it comes to women's football, now that I'll listen to. It's coming home. The World Cup, I would have. The Women's Euros, it's not there yet. But that's like if the men went to the Gold Cup and won it and said, it's coming home. I'd be like, yeah, you won the one thing you absolutely had to. 34th minute, 1-0 Colombia. Like, say England got invited to the Gold Cup next year. and they sent their B team, and they still won it. They start singing, "It's coming home." Or maybe they'll send their A team because, one, it's in the summer. Second of all, they'll probably have a new manager. And, well, three, it's a good testing exercise, I guess. But especially with the new manager. Say they send their A team and they start singing, "It's coming home." Like, no. Like, the Gold Cup is the bare minimum. If you couldn't win that, like, I know I love CONCACAF, but I know that even with the guests, y'all were probably still the favorites to win that damn thing. It would have been nice to see you lose, but you losing it would probably be one of the biggest embarrassments of your life. At least the World Cup's hard to win. At least the Euros are hard to win. That would have been the biggest embarrassment of your life if you lost the CONCACAF Gold Cup. You should never talk again. Never. Never. But we played so-and-so in the final, and that was an invitee. Okay. So you beat a crap Italy team. Great. You beat a crap Italy team. Great. Yeah, that's what really hurts me. You beat Japan. You're still more talented than them. I saw that, which was awesome. Like, seriously, though, am I right or am I right? Like, if England started screaming it's coming home because of the CONCACAF Gold Cup, you've really lowered your bar. Like, you're so desperate. You're like the drunk guy at a bar that's like, I haven't got nobody's number, but I haven't got nobody's number. Might as well pay some money. Might as well whip out my wallet. So, okay. They missed the free kick past the post. Oh, that's a bad header miss. But seriously, like, England winning the Gold Cup and celebrating it is like going for the lowest common denominator. Them beer goggles are going to hurt in the morning, let me tell you. Them beer goggles are going to hurt in the morning, let me tell you. What the hell was I doing? You roll around and see, oh, that's what I won. You think you won the Euros, but really, you won nothing. 38th minute. And then you say, oh, I was desperate. Really desperate. Never be as desperate. Orlando Gallo. Colombia could win the Euros. At this point, yeah, I would believe it. At this point, I believe it. England celebrating winning the Gold Cup is like Mexico or USMNT winning the OFC. I think that's a bit apples to oranges. I mean, yeah, the U.S. or Mexico, if they played in the OFC Nations Cup, they should win it. But it's not as like a gulf, like, especially if England brought their A team because of a new manager, it's not like that big of a gulf compared to England at the Gold Cup, even with all these invitees. They're still probably the favorite. Now, it's more likely an invitee knocks them out of the tournament if they do get knocked out, but I'll still laugh my ass off about it. I'll still laugh my ass off about it. I don't care if it is Qatar. Okay, no, that might be a line I don't want to cross, but 40th minute. England would board everybody at the Gold Cup. Like, you mean run them into the boards, hockey style, or board everybody, as in, like, tire them out, make them fall to sleep? What do we say? '40th minute. Both. Fair enough. CONMEBOL says it suspended Chile manager Ricardo Gareca for repeatedly not sending his team to the field on time. Chile was issued a warning against Peru, and then after the same incident against Argentina, CONMEBOL sent Gareca to the stands for the Canada match. But Scaloni doesn't get suspended for it? Okay, that's just BS. Might be good for Canada, though, to have Chile's coach be suspended. I mean, I'll agree with that. 41st minute. Chile fan already said their team's in disarray. This is the last thing they needed. So you know what? Good. 41st minute. '41st minute. '42nd minute. Still 1-0 between Colombia and Costa Rica. '42nd minute, playing forward. Honestly, it's a win for Costa Rica not to get boat raced. If I was Jesse Marsh, my message would be, hey, let's push. Let's stay defensively compact. Let's try to beat them on the counter. A draw probably would do it, let's be honest. But we have to, if we could get a win, we go get it, because that would be even better. Play for the win, but just don't get scored on. Keep your heads with you. Hard playing. Play with your heart on your sleeve. Blood, sweat, and tears. Give everything for 90 minutes. And if you do, I think things will go our way. 44th minute. '44th minute. Agreed. But BJ Callahan's going to Nashville, so 44th minute. I think Canada could beat Venezuela. Yes, I do. Or Ecuador. Mexico's not going to be the ones to win the group. So, yeah, but I think they could beat Venezuela or Ecuador. "45th minute. Ugh. Two minutes of stoppage time, 46th minute. Very, very close to the half. One minute to go. Playing forward, Colombia, crossed by Diaz. 47th minute. Halftime, 1-0. 1-0 Colombia at the half, middle tiempo. Not surprising at the least. Not at all. Callahan goes to Nashville. That means Hugo Perez should get a shot, considering he knows the USA. It depends if the U.S. Federation blames him for goes and blames him for the El Salvador shit show. I wouldn't, but it was a dumb penalty by Sequeira. I agree. Stupid play to make. I agree. Oh, and Messi won't play tomorrow, by the way. I ain't here to bet. Even if I did, I don't know how I would get anything to you. So. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. 1-0, 1-0. I'll be doing, we're back at the half. I'll be back. I'll do Italy versus Switzerland. I'll do Italy versus Switzerland. Hopefully Italy makes the quarterfinal. I'll do their quarterfinal against England or Slovakia if they do. I'll do both semifinals. I'll do the final. That's what I'm doing. So, Italy, preferably Italy. I will do a quarterfinal game if Italy makes it. Both semis, one final. So, Italy until the semis. So, I may not do any quarterfinals if they screw up against Switzerland. But it should be Italy versus England. But even if Italy doesn't make the semis, which they play England, they may. I think they will. I think Switzerland's hard in England, to be honest. But we're off in the second half. If we get past Switzerland, we're going to the semis. And honestly, well, what's on that side of the bracket, I think we're going to the final. If we beat Switzerland, we're going to the final. I don't care. Then we'll lose the final. But hey, at least being there, it's going to be like 2012. 4-0 to Spain. 4-0 to Spain. But you know what? At least the title defense looks a lot better if you go to the final and lose 4-0 than get knocked out in the group stage. Good for them. As a huge PSG fan, I cry, but I'm so happy for Ismail Kone to level up. Well, as somebody who honestly wants to see another French team win the league, I really don't care who it is. I'm happy that Kone's at Marseille with De Zerbi. I just want PSG to lose the league. I don't care who does it, really. Honestly, when it comes to France, I'm rooting for whoever's second place. I guess Lille for the past couple of years, but, whatever. But stats the half, let's talk about them because, well, we need to. Stats of the half, we're 72% possession, 28% possession, 8 shots to 3, 231 accurate passes to 69. Oh, my God, 87% pass accuracy to 66. 9 fouls to 8, 3 corners to 1, 8 shots to 3, 2 shots on goal to 0, 267 passes to 104, 87% pass accuracy to 66, 12 throws to 7, 2 offside to 1, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red card to 0, and Colombia has the 1-0 lead, 1-0. Costa Rica, they're fighting hard, but sadly enough, yeah, but what's in it for me? It doesn't seem like there's anything in it for me. '48th minute. Huh. 48th minute. But, Costa Rica's playing tough, but I think this game's over at this point. But we'll see how much worse it gets. Huh. 49th minute. I'm glad Costa Rica's put up a fight. You know what? I'm down. I'm down. If Chile wins, you're mod. If I'll get a $20 if Canada wins. Yeah, I'm down with that. You know what? Let's do it. Canada wins, we push. If there's a draw, we push. Even though that puts Canada through. If there's a draw, nothing happens. Chile wins, you're mod. $20 to me if Canada wins. Draw, nothing. I'll take it. We'll do it. I'm good with that. We'll do it. I'm down. Virtual handshake. I'm down. Just don't when I win, just don't hide like Jose did. Just don't hide like he did. Took him 3 months to pay out. Don't take 3 months to pay out. Second of all, don't hide like he did when Canada wins. Okay, as long as that, we're good. We're good. I'm glad Costa Rica's putting up a fight. Me too, honestly. But sadly enough, it ain't nothing but a moral victory. Canada versus Peru was crazy. I mean, Peru was in UFC mode. Makes me think of those 3D animations. Big drama show. Big drama show. All right, I'm coming back. Anybody know those like 3D UFC and boxing animations I'm talking about? Majed? Those? No? Those are awesome. Or they used to be really awesome. I've only barely seen them recently. But boxing and UFC have sort of fallen off recently anyway. You know, it's not the same as it was. They do that every year. They do that every year. They do it every year. Cross in. Colombia. Diaz. Luis Diaz. Lucho Diaz. Blocked. I can't believe you missed that. I can't believe he missed that. Jesus Christ. He had him dead to rights, and he just keeps spinning, spinning. He went full Anthony and just kept spinning instead of taking the shot. Wow. I mean, United Anthony, not Portland Anthony. Portland Anthony is the good Anthony. Talking about United Anthony. Spin, spin, spin. I bet dude rides the freaking dryer. Dude rides the dryer. He likes spinning so much. Dude rides the dryer. Oh, Scaloni did get suspended. Good. So Scaloni did get suspended for having his team come out late. Good. It would have been crazy if Gareca did, but Scaloni didn't. So they both did. $53 minutes. We cover AC Milan versus Man City summer friendly. Yeah, the problem with that is Leagues Cup's a thing. So, no. Macklin versus San Jose. Celebrini. Yeah. Man, I hate it for him. That team's going to suck next year. You know, Chicago wasn't too bad this year at times with Bedard. They had their moments. I don't think San Jose is going to be good at all next year with Celebrini. I think everybody sort of deep down knew back when Austin was taken with the Leafs that the Leafs were going to be good in the year after the 2016-17 season. I think people knew they were going to be good. Maybe not as good as they were, but people knew they were going to be something. But San Jose is going to suck next year. How we doing? Thoughts on NYCFC versus Orlando? I think NYCFC is going to win the game. I think NYCFC's coming in better. I think Orlando, they've had some good results recently, but I'm going to say NYCFC wins it. How we doing, Henry? It's really just the chat. I don't know why I had to add the third one, but okay. 55th minute. 55th minute. 1-0 still between these teams. We'll also be live and we'll review Brazil versus Paraguay, or Paraguay versus Brazil. So, and that's the end of match round 2. Then we have match round 3 starting tomorrow. We're focusing on Canada versus Chile tomorrow night. Well, of course, it's a double because Toronto plays tomorrow as well. But Copa America-wise, we're focusing on Chile, Canada. We'll be live for Italy, Switzerland in the morning. Then on Sunday, we will focus on Mexico versus Ecuador, which that's all we have to focus on. Monday, we'll be focusing on Uruguay versus the USA. Then on Tuesday, the final day of the group stage, we will be focusing on Brazil versus Colombia. You think Brazil could take another tie? Even with Costa Rica losing this game, it's no. Because 5 points for Brazil. Brazil would have to beat Colombia. If they get a draw, they're screwed. They are legitimately screwed. Either because Paraguay beats Costa Rica or Costa Rica beats Paraguay. Now, if there's a draw, they could probably sneak their way into the knockouts. But that would probably be the most limp thing I've ever seen Brazil do. If Brazil draws, they'd have to beat Colombia. Hell, beating Paraguay still gives you 4 points. Costa Rica could still get there if they beat Paraguay. It's still not safe, but a win's better than a draw. Then Costa Rica's going to have to do some work against Paraguay. Also, have to at least score a couple goals to equal their goal differential, because Brazil, depending on how much they beat Paraguay by, means that Costa Rica would have to score 2 goals or win by 2 themselves to probably beat the goal differential, because I know Colombia is probably going to score 2 or 3 on Brazil. So that's the thing here. Uruguay versus Colombia would be fire. A final? Wait. Well, that wouldn't happen till the semifinal. That would not be a quarterfinal. That would be a semifinal because Colombia's winning the group, most likely. Uruguay's going first in their group. No surprise. But that would be a fire semifinal. I agree. Header. I would agree. That would be a great semifinal. And honestly, at this point, if Argentina comes up flat against Peru, I don't know. Uruguay or Colombia versus Argentina, that could end up being something. Tie goes to the champion, or do you pick the other way? I don't know. Header. Goal! 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 Colombia! Davinson Sanchez heads it home. 2-0, 2-0, Davinson Sanchez with the bullet header. And 60th minute, there it is. Joe Thornton would look weird without a beard, so it's good that he still has his beard. And he shows love to Lukumi, the injured defender. I respect that. That's nice. Uruguay versus Colombia, Mexico, Canada in the semis would be funny. I don't know. Well, that's also... You're saying that Mexico would beat Argentina. Canada, I think, could beat Venezuela. I think so. You know, like Mexico versus Canada in the semis would be funny, but then I'd actually be a little bit afraid. Davinson Sanchez in the 59th minute. Two 2-0, 2-0. Dreaming costs nothing. I'm not exactly dreaming for Canada's side. I think they'll make it. It's Mexico that's dreaming. You can't beat Venezuela and you're worried about Ecuador and you think you'll beat Argentina. Even if you get them to penalties, you're losing. Like, you're telling me you better not put Orbelin up there. And Memote, I'm not too sure because Memote will probably be in the game by then. So you're telling me if you do keep Santi in, that's good. Luis Romo should take a penalty. That's good. Other than that, so you're telling me what? Probably Memote is in there? Maybe Montes, if he's healthy, takes a pen. I could see that. That might work. Center backs always score penalties for some reason. I don't know why. It seems like an absolute plot armor. I don't know why. Montes takes a pen. So say Santi's still on, but Memote is on as well, like two strikers. So Memote would probably take a pen, and then Orbelin probably fifth, somewhere in there. Yeah, it's probably going to absolutely unravel after Montes, probably. Probably is. Right? So, because I don't know how good Memote is at penalties, and well, doesn't he play for Toluca as well? Shot! Goal! 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 Colombia! 3-0! 62nd minute, and this is the dagger. Man, Costa Pumas. I know he did. I could have sworn he played for Toluca at least at some point. I know he's been a journeyman. I could have sworn I remember him as a Toluca player. But Pumas. Goal Colombia. Memote. He plays for Pumas now, but no, Pachuca. Pachuca, Chivas, Zacatepec, Mineros, Chiapas, Celaya, Cancun, Puebla. Why was I thinking Colombia did what Brazil couldn't? Because Colombia is actually good. Who am I thinking of then? Maybe it was the Mineros portion. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yellow card. James Rodriguez about to end up with the most assists in the tournament. Cordoba scores the goal. Jean Cordoba drew the penalty and now scores a goal. Gets a yellow for taking off his shirt. 62, 3-0, 3-0. Yeah, Costa Rica better hope that Brazil draws Paraguay because that's pretty much the way they get through. No, that's not what I was thinking. I know Vega. I would not confuse Baracho at all. I think I was thinking at the time he was playing for Mineros. That's what I was thinking of. Memote playing for Mineros. I think that's what I was thinking of. They screwed themselves after the penalty. I agree. And they actually opened up for some reason, which I don't think was making any sense. But hey, Costa Rica is still third place. If Paraguay draws, well, they would be fourth. But Costa Rica beats Paraguay, that would give them 4 points. Brazil would probably not beat Colombia. So, hey, as long as you, well, Brazil's definitely out then. Like, seriously, are you really... Watch the Costa Rica 4-goal comeback. Maybe if it was the old era. But 65th minute of 90. Man, I hate it for Costa Rica. They were playing tough until the second goal. But for some reason, they opened up. And look what happened to them. Like, they opened up. Like, taking you still have a chance to go through anyway, but maybe keeping the goal differential low would help if Brazil were to win tonight, which they should. Brenes and Alcacer coming on. Colombia really have strong plot armor on. They've got plot armor stronger than Leverkusen. They got plot armor stronger than Leverkusen. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know. Bedard making the pick for Chicago. They couldn't go for anybody from the dynasty teams. Like, I don't know. Duncan Keith. Patrick Kane. Oh, wait, Kane still plays. That's probably why they didn't. He's not retired. They probably wouldn't let him just represent Chicago for 5 minutes. That's sad. Levshunov. That's I mean, I haven't read the hockey version of Mel Kiper because the Leafs don't have a good pick, but okay, that's something. Feels like that's a little bit of reach to me. I saw a pic on Instagram of Jimmy screaming to let Johan take the penalty, which means the players don't care what he says. Well, that sucks. Or Luis Romo could have taken the pen, but Johan taking the penalty? Okay, but Luis Romo was on the pitch. They're going to go, he wanted to go Johan. Yeah, I can understand. I'm not saying they should have disregarded him. You should listen to your manager. But Johan over Luis Romo, who was on the pitch? What? Okay, that makes no sense to me. Colombia for sure. Right-handed defenseman for Chicago. If that is a reach and the Leafs could have got him, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. But then again, pinning your hopes on a right-handed rookie defenseman is probably not the best idea. I don't know. I'm that desperate. '69th minute. He was number 2 on the board. See, okay. Well, okay. It wasn't a reach then. See, I didn't read the Mel Kiper hockey version articles, I admit. Because the Leafs don't have a good pick. Once you get past about like the 5th pick, it's really nothing. Maybe 8th. Then you're just whiffing. Then you're just swinging the bat, hoping to hit some. I guess swinging the the stick trying to hit the puck. I have like 60 jerseys. Nah, I guess so, yes. Hockey-wise, though, nothing. I only have hockey t-shirts. I need a hockey sweater. That's like the hardest thing to get in my size, though. Like, basketball jerseys are, well, you've large. But I know what size I get sizing down with a basketball jersey. Wearing an adult small basketball jersey is too big for me because the sleeve holes are just too big. It would look stupid. Hell. You're funny. Hey, you're funny. I wouldn't even wear a Canada Brad Marchand jersey, let alone a Bruins Brad Marchand jersey. You're out of your mind. I know he's a Canadian. I know he's on the Four Nations face-off. I'm not. No. 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 That was probably where you were going with it. But the new Mighty Ducks jersey, like the orange Mighty Ducks jersey, is actually awesome. Like, I thought they needed to go back to purple. Turns out they just needed to do the Mighty Ducks logo again. Awesome in orange. It looks awesome in orange. Now, it sucks that Anaheim still sucks ass, but, you know, you deal with what you deal with. But the jersey's awesome. Hummus Rodriguez and Jefferson Lerma coming off for Yasser Espria, Kevin Castano. The new Leafs jersey's not that bad. To me, it looks just like the Adidas jersey. I don't see the difference. I mean, yeah, the crest is a little bit more 3D, but that's all I could see. But that's really only on a close-up, to be honest. And that's just the authentic, which with how high those cost, I cannot afford. Like, if I'm going to buy a hockey jersey, it's going to be like a replica. I mean, I really don't want... The only sport I really buy authentics in anyway is MLS, football, soccer. Everything's either a higher level replica or just the base replica. Baseball is one of two things, replica, authentic. And all of them are replicas. Except the old 2011 Blue Jays jersey I have that I got off of eBay for $30. That was authentic, but that was an old authentic. But authentic nonetheless. That was a steal. So I do have an authentic jersey in my collection, a 2004 to 2011 Toronto Blue Jays home jersey for only $30 off of eBay. That was a absolute steal. Shot save. But other than that, no authentics that are brand new. They're all my baseball jerseys are replicas. The Ducks went off the board. Of course they did. If anybody was, it was going to be Anaheim. What did they do? 73rd minute. Maybe. I do have... Scott Stevens is a good player. I agree. If I was going to get the Anaheim sweater of like the new era. Good defenseman. And he also played for the Devils. Is that why you said that? I hope you do. Oh, no. Oh. I did not know. I had a feeling. Shit. I should have looked it up first. Oh. Thoughts on Co Wetzel. I think he's a good singer. Shaquille O'Sad for club robbery. Yep. We knew that already. Brett Pesci from Carolina. That's a good move, but really, that's it? Allen wasn't bad, or defenseman sold. I mean, I'm still a fan of Josh Allen. Yeah, they are. See, I'm still a fan of Josh Allen, to be honest. Like, but for me, I'm still a fan of Allen as a Blues fan second. I'm still a fan of Allen. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I just think he's been in a bad position sometimes. Stupid. I'm a redneck, and you think I'd support it. Well, I don't like bass fishing, but, you know, if anybody was going to support Fox Show and bass fishing over the Euros, is me. It would be a guy like me, a redneck, or at least where I'm from. I'm not a fan of bass fishing, but if anybody was going to defend him, it'd be me. I'm not. John Duran. Is that the John Duran who used to play for Chicago? Rafael Santos Borre. And now plays for Villa. Could play for Chelsea. Luis Diaz coming off and John Cordoba coming off. Lewis Morgan, Emil Forsberg back. If you could beat us without him. Yeah, John Duran and Rafael Santos Borre. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd like to go fishing. I don't want to see somebody else do it. He's a Red Bulls fan, yes. Sebas is a Red Bulls fan as well. I thought he was here during the Toronto game. But, I mean, I want to go fishing. I like going fishing. I don't want to watch somebody else do it, you know? I'm not, like, it's not fun to watch, you know? Like, it's do it or not. Canada's home kit. I like Argentina's kits. I do like Colombia's kits. Costa Rica's away isn't too bad. The U.S. away is good, but they haven't worn it yet. DC United's trying to go and get revenge for 4-1. I think he changed his profile pic, but it's like BWP and all that. It's obvious. Or maybe he's always had it be that, and I just didn't notice. I mean, look how small my screen is. Well, my phone screen's small, so it's hard for me to tell. It's fun to do, but watching is a new level of boring. I agree. '79th minute. Nash making the Columbus pick. Wow, there you go. Panama, I think, wins 3-0 against Bolivia, and I think Uruguay is going to beat the USA 3-0. I don't see the USA having a shot in hell, even if it's a B team. I don't see the USA having a shot in hell, to be totally honest. I don't see it at all. F used to have an Emil Forsberg, changed to BWP wearing the Hunter jersey. Well, there you go. Lindstrom's going to Columbus. Call me crazy, but it feels sort of like a, I don't know what it is, a weak draft class. '80th minute. You believe in the theory that a basketball player can be an okay football player, but a football player can't be a basketball player. If I saw LeBron play tight end, because that man keeps talking about saying, hey, if they let me during the NBA lockout, I would have played tight end for the Cleveland Browns. I need to see it, okay? Like, LeBron's a great athlete, don't get me wrong. But, I don't know. I don't think a football player could be a basketball player, like any position, except maybe a slot receiver. Like, a slot receiver is probably the only thing I think could play basketball. If you try to switch them through sports. If we're talking about gridiron football, if we're talking about association football, I don't, besides running, I don't really see the correlation here. Even though you have the European players like Jokic and Doncic, you could have some good goalkeepers out of it. Now, I think Dirk Nowitzki played a lot of football when he was younger. He was a goalkeeper. If you watch that Kicking It episode, if we're talking about our type of football, the one we're watching now, I mean, yeah, you get some good goalkeepers out of it. I mean, yeah, Dirk would probably have been a good goalkeeper if he wasn't a better basketball player. I like Dirk. Always have liked Dirk Nowitzki. Always have. But he would have been a good goalkeeper. But other than that, besides goalkeepers, I don't know. Like centers being goalkeepers, I don't know. I think Shaq would have been a horrible goalkeeper. Shaq was nothing but a big body. Couldn't really move that fast either. Habs are on the clock. Could you still get the Russian guy you were talking about? Rojas coming on for Costa Rica, 82nd minute. Madrigal's off for Andy Rojas. Only half player I know is Suzuki. We'll go get him then. As in Habs, get the Russian guy. Play the music. Yeah, get him. $84th minute. I think so. I think the Habs are going to have to start signing some bigger free agents, to be honest. I think so. $84th minute. This is a sad day. Why? Why? Actually, no, I'm interested. Why? Or that's not a good word. I'm intrigued. Why? Because they're being stupid. It's like, oh, our best athletes would be great at football. No, they wouldn't. They're not built for the sport. Like, there's a reason why they play what they play. It's not just because they chose to play that sport. They're athletic, but they don't. Maybe Tyreek Hill, yeah. But LeBron, no. Tom Brady, dude, you want him? I know he owns a football team, portions of it. Dude can't run for shit. Have you not seen Tom Brady try to run? Like, I love Tom Brady, but have you not seen him try to run? Dude can't run. I can't. My blood pressure just dropped. I feel so sick. I just saw a picture of Eric Sanchez with a Club America jersey. Okay, no, I know it's a bad day. Okay. Honestly, I don't want to see that either. Pachuca's idiots. Man, what idiots. He already left. The Toronto game was his last. She beat Toronto. But, I mean, Tom Brady, like, what? The only thing Tom Brady can play is either goalie or a slow center back. If he was playing association football, he can't run for nothing. Brady cannot run. Oh, that's sad. Julian Quinones privated his Instagram account, likely due to receiving a lot of harassment. Man, that's sad. Man, I feel bad for Julian Quinones. I feel bad for him. Wait. Are you saying who you think? Are you saying who I think you're saying is announcing the Habs pick? Like, I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting fooled here. Are you saying who I think you're saying, Rory, is announcing the Habs pick? Like, Celine. I'm trying to make sure you just misspelled it. Celine Dion. I don't know. Maybe you misspelled it. Is that what happened? If so, my God, that's awesome. Calling out the Habs pick. Damn. I may be getting fooled here, but Celine Dion's doing the Habs pick. All right, that's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Shit, I wish. That's cool. That's cool. Probably because of her documentary that just came out. But by the way, that is a heart. That is a heart-tugging documentary. It really is. Ivan Demidov, you got the guy. There you go, because Anaheim's stupid. Anaheim is stupid. 88th minute. So, if you're a fan of music, you have Amazon Prime, I say you should watch that documentary. But, well, hey, at least Lewis Morgan's back for y'all because Scotland sucks. Scotland, I think, was the turkey of this year's Euros. Scotland got hyped so damn hard. Okay, yeah. Awesome. That is awesome. No one, probably. Should be Cameron Harper, though, but 89th minute. Eric Sanchez was my dude. Love watching more than that Pachuca kid. How much more betrayal can I take? A part of me wants Pachuca to do a fire sale so Toronto could beat their ass at the Leagues Cup. A part of me is like, dude, why are you doing this before the Club World Cup? I'm on 2. Not even halfway through it, though. But personally, part of me is like, I want Pachuca to be stupid enough to do a fire sale right now. I want them to be stupid enough to do a fire sale right now so Toronto could kick their ass at the Leagues Cup. But part of me is like, why are you doing it before the Club World Cup in both cases? Or the Intercontinental Cup and the Club World Cup. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing that? Man, that is awesome. Celine Dion announcing the Montreal Canadiens pick at the draft. Awesome. That is awesome. Why did Frankie Amaya go some random Mexican team? He went because they paid him and they wanted him, so it's probably a move up in his career. Besides, I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. Now we need a midfielder. Yeah, but for now, you can probably plug him in. He runs like a mofo. Like, if I was the manager, I'd say, you know what? Might as well. He presses hard anyway. Might as well play him at the midfield. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. How do you win presidency as a socialist? You connect to Gen Z. How do you do that? By streaming. Doesn't surprise me one bit. Normal socialist activities. Normal socialist activities. "92nd minute. I saw the Dr. Disrespect news. It's sad. It's sad to see that you just throw away everything like that. It's just dumb, stupid. He had everything. Dr. Disrespect had everything. And hell, even after he got banned from Twitch when they didn't say anything, which that's one thing that I don't understand, is why they just hid it completely until somebody leaked it now. I don't know. But he had everything, and he proceeded to basically put everything on the line because he degenerate. So Costa Rica loses 3-0 to Colombia. We take full time 3-0, 3-0 esta noche. That's it there. That's it for the stream. With that being said, if you like the stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in place. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour at 7:55 for the Brazil game. The Brazil-Paraguay game. We'll be live for that. Then we'll review it. But I'll see you then. And Colombia gets the win. They move on to the quarterfinals. We know that already. But there you go. Peace.